Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. As Stroud now to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This is caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 59 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert from 19 yards away. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pierce on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Stroud now on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. That's pulled in at the 32.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal line now, first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This taken in right around the goal line. And now out comes Houston. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 14-3, that's our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Stroud working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This short throw caught by Goddard. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Brown in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 10. Stroud. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Stroud to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. On 1st down, Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd down, here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Eagles' offense going to take over late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second and a couple. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Here
right,
it was
Coach,
the always
thank you, and we
dangerous
welcome everyone
Saquon
back for
Barkley
quarter
with the
number
impressive
3.
first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
His guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They go play action with Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. On the bootleg, Stroud. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go again with Pierce. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Taking a shot for Dell here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing is Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And Diggs has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The second down throw now from Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Stroud. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
2nd down and 4. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 with a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4. Barkley, inside handoff, fights through it. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Down at the 25. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A handoff to Barkley, and he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Barkley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play. The
kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. Back to throw, here's Stroud. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him 2nd down. Stroud. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Stroud will look to throw once more. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Stroud out of the gun here. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Stroud looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now here's Stroud. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
All right, my Madden Rebo Warriors, that is it. That is the final game, the Super Bowl of Madden 24. Today, Madden 25 has come out, and we will be downloading that and getting rid of Madden 24 forever. It was a fun year, a lot of simming, a lot of content that I was able to put out on YouTube. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We got some great things in store for you for Madden 25. I can't wait. But as far as Madden 24 goes, that's a wrap. Didn't get a Super Bowl with a franchise focus team, but it is what it is. My Philadelphia Eagles did rebound to win their 2nd Super Bowl in franchise history, dominating the Houston Texans. And as you can see, they gave the Super Bowl MVP to CJ. I don't know about that. I think it should have went to Barkley. He had like 91 yards receiving, 80 yards rushing, and 3 rushing touchdowns. But it is what it is. All right, there's my boy, Saquon Barkley. Him on the Eagles is going to be a problem this year. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, tell me what you thought of franchises. Tell me what you are looking forward to in Madden 25. And we will see you shortly with our first Madden 25 video. Peace.